Gold and silver smackdown. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading is the most hardest thing you'll ever do, and it takes a long time to become a good trader. So this video is just educational only. If you're struggling with your trading right now, then click on the very first link in the description. We get learn a free training, the 7 universal laws to become a master trader that will boost your success, consistency, and confidence without spending a decade trying to figure it out. Click on the very first link in the description right now. Hey traders, quick look at silver and gold in the overall indices today. So what happened with silver and gold today? So gold should I say. Gold, what did gold do? Gold was holding its levels all through here, and now we had a drop down through there. Now what does that tell me? That tells me we're now creating a lower high here, and we're breaking down. So now the sellers are starting to show a lot more dominance than they have. And what is that? Let me show you here. So we have a high, a low, a high, a higher low, and now a lower high and breaking down. So now it's very, very difficult, but right now we have this lower high and this nice bar breaking down. Now that coincide with the volume, and if I bring up the GLD here, this is the volume here. You can see the volume was a nice increase in volume. So it wasn't a massive increase in volume, but it was a nice increase in volume there with the volume there. So I would expect to see this thing continue down and continue on flowing on to the downside. But look at the weekly chart, all right? I want you guys, that's what's happening on the short term. But this weekly chart, what is this weekly chart doing once again? Let me just see if I can make this width not as wide. What is this doing? This is up. And now we're still building out this big, massive bull flag. So a little bit more downward movement would be fine. Even if it pulled down towards these levels through here, 1300 level, that's fine. This is still building out a big, massive bull flag. And when it's getting ready, it's going to take off like that. But so that's basically what's happening there on gold. Looking on the silver market, what's happening with the silver market? We're starting to roll over here, right? So we're starting to get a bit of a weakness through here. So I would expect more downside to come even with silver and gold. And if you're looking at some of the other indices right now, such as the HUI and all the other indices, right now we're breaking down and we're breaking below this level here. So I would expect the silver and gold stocks now to be getting hit pretty hard, probably back down towards this 160 level, the HUI. XAU, similar, same thing. We're breaking back down now. We're continuing to slide down. So I would expect to see this continue to break down towards this towards these levels through here. This is the GDX, same thing. Looks like it's about to try to break this level through here, so I would expect more downside through there and GDX. So if you are holding gold and silver stocks, I do expect to see a bit of a smackdown in prices in the gold and silver market. Now moving forward now onto the Dow Jones Industrial Average, what do we see here? We see a candle that was totally engulfing yesterday's bar. We had a little gap up and a nice run, and now it totally engulfed this candle here. So that's actually looking quite weak. It's actually very bearish sign. Same for the S&P 500. It actually more than totally engulfed that bar there. What happened there is actually gapped up, ran down, closed low, and that's what happened there. More than totally engulfed that, and also the Nasdaq as well too, more than totally engulfed that. So that tells me here that this may be even possibly a false breakout. We had this level through here, a gap up, and now it's actually trying to retrace already. So not looking not looking strong at all. So looking at through all those markets there, and again looking at the transportation average as well too. Let me bring up this chart here for a minute. Actually, you know what? Let me bring up this chart here. Looking on the transportation average, I do see that it's having this move down. So I do expect to see the transportation average starting to drop down, and all that sort of stuff as well too. So that's what I'm saying there, guys, across the market. I do see the stock market starting to pull back a little bit more, and as the stock market's pulling back, it seems like gold and silver is going to start to pull back as well with the market. So you know, really interesting times to see what's happening right now in the markets. But there we go. There's gold and silver in the markets right now, and now, you know, let's just see what happens. But we look at the actual SLV price. With SLV, we're starting to get a bit more selling volume coming in as well too. So I would expect to see silver start to sell off a lot more coming into this week. So there we go, guys.